The global economy got off to a subdued start to 2016, with investment sentiment in Europe reacting demurely to the uncertain climate. With me to discuss the economic environment in Greece, Theodore, Krintas and Stelios, Stylianidis of Attica Wealth Management. Well, Theodore, if I might start with you, Greece, of course, has had a rough few years of late. Bad loans still make up half of lending, and capital controls may stay in place until next year. So any green shoots on the horizon?
Well, really, we see a couple of those in the short term and maybe a handful in the medium to longer term. Europe has decided they will not lose the war of unification in Greece, and this is very, very important because they're really helpful, and at least we at Attica Wealth Management will see it. Now, at the same time, capital controls have imposed serious problems in our own industry. It's a kind of pressuring it a lot. At the same time, many Greek companies have becoming more extrovert. So they see they have in their own plans experts. So experts is not future plan, the future is happening right now. So I really believe that this is a couple of very important changes, because we have been living somebody else's life for a long time, and now we seem to be living our own lives. So hopefully in the months or years to come, we're going to see some positive reaction on that.
And of course, Stelios, Europe is gripped by the possibility of a Brexit. Now, should this happen, what would that mean for Greece, and what do you think the knock-on effect would be?
The direct impact for Greece would be on tourist arrivals from the UK. The UK market is the second biggest market for Greece, both in terms of arrivals and income. But the most important for us is the indirect effect. Our economy is in a very fragile position. A stable external environment is essential. A Brexit is exactly the opposite, as it may disturb the foundation of the European Union. If Brexit materializes, then we'll be talking again about Grexit. And after Grexit, who knows? Might the European Union have some serious problems?
Theodore, of course, investment sentiment has been down throughout Europe, and this hasn't been helped by dropping commodity prices. So how are you responding to this?
Well, first of all, we have to remember that investors are human beings, and human beings are not very comfortable with changes. So although we are in a much better era, cheap oil as opposed to peak oil, investors don't really like what is happening. So now many concerns are gathered around the fact that the oil-producing economies may face serious issues, and as a result, a slowdown in world economy. We seem to be very afraid of a possible global slowdown. What we have to say as an economist is that a slowdown will happen within the next few months or few years, and we have to be prepared on that. And now, on the other hand, many of us say that this bad sentiment, let's say, is a kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy. Everybody is expecting it, and as a result, it might happen.
And Stelios, what sort of trends are you currently seeing in the market?
Currently, we see uncertainty for about everything on the markets. Global growth concerns, deflation fears, and central bank policy divergence are three major issues that cause uncertainty and lead to extreme market volatility. So we see a trend from all this uncertainty, and that is in investing in a multi-asset context, focusing primarily in international diversification and the minimization of risk.
Well, Theodore, as Stelios just mentioned, multi-asset investing, it certainly does seem like the safer choice moving forwards. How are you approaching this?
Multi-asset is one part. The other portion of our solution is actually low volatility investment, low volatility asset management. We have to find ways to avoid losses in case of a world synchronization. So we can understand that we cannot follow investment based simply on international diversification according to Markovits. Low volatility means capital preservation, and in this world of low, even negative interest rates, capital preservation becomes a must. And this is the way we see that we should invest for the near future.
Finally, talk me through Attica's strategy moving forwards for the coming years.
We should focusing in internationalizing our business in the coming years in two ways. The first one has to do with the fact that many Greek investors during the crisis have already taken a lot of their funds abroad. So have to follow Greek clients abroad, offer them wealth management solutions while their funds are outside Greece. And secondly, we believe we should also to offering business-to-business services to other peers of our own internationally, based in the fact that during the crisis, we needed to cut our cost base a lot. Senior investment managers in Greece cost 1/3 of what they cost here in London, for example. So we can translate this cost advantage into a lower price and offer it as a nice service to our peers.
Thanks for watching. For more videos from the Voice of the Market, please subscribe.